Have you recognized the sound? Well, I guess so. It is the familiar sound, that one of a drop of water falling. But have you ever thought about the possible journey of that drop of water? A drop of water may spend over 3,000 years in the ocean before evaporating back into the air, while a drop of water may spend an average of just 9 days in the atmosphere before falling back to Earth. Water spends thousands to hundreds of thousands of years in the large ice sheets that cover Antarctica and Greenland. However, snow that falls in the winter may only stick around for a few days in the mid-latitudes locations, where temperatures often rise above freezing, causing the snow to melt, or up to 6 months closer to the Arctic, where temperatures stay below freezing all winter. Today, I would like to take you in a journey together with that drop of water, traveling for those 3,000 years to find out what we know, what we still don't know, and what we should all do together to preserve our planet life support system, the ocean. But let's start this journey 3.5 billion years ago. Evidence shows that life probably began in the ocean, but it was not the ocean that we know today. It was warmer, more acidic, and rich in iron. The atmosphere was mostly nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and no oxygen. There was also no life. Yet, deep down at the bottom of the ocean, something was beginning to happen. Hot chemicals rising through the seafloor enabled a chemical reaction between hydrogen and carbon dioxide, producing simple organic compounds. These organic molecules reacted to form increasingly more complex compounds. These became encapsulated in simple cell membranes and grew further in complexity, producing molecules that could carry information and eventually even DNA. These were the first living cells that could grow, divide, and evolve. At least that may be how life on Earth began. Now the ocean continues to host the greatest diversity of life and ecosystem on this planet, from the biggest living animal on Earth, the Antarctic blue whale, weighing up to approximately 33 elephants, to the longest lived known vertebrate, the Greenland shark, which is 400 years old. So that drop of water traveling for 3,000 years before going back in the atmosphere would see an immense biodiversity. More than 200,000 are the known species in the ocean, from mammals, fish, vertebrates, invertebrates, and bacteria. Let me ask you one more thing. Just take a deep breath and let me know what you think about. Probably trees, forests, oxygen. Well, let me tell you one more thing that we know about the ocean. In the ocean, there is a tiny bacterium called Procorococcus that produces alone the 20% of the oxygen generated on this planet. Did you know that? And did you know that between 50 and 80% of the oxygen generated on this planet is produced in the ocean? That drop of water while traveling will see also tiny algae that generate around 70% of the oxygen in the atmosphere, together with marine plants that help us, just like trees on land, to capture the CO2 emitted because of human activities. The ocean absorbs nearly 1/3 of human-caused carbon dioxide emission, delaying and mitigating the effects of climate change. And are we all aware of how important is that? The climate crisis is affecting our entire lives by becoming the biggest threats to our health. The World Health Organization estimated that it will cause around 250,000 of additional deaths each year from now till 2050. These will mainly be from malnutrition, malaria, and heat stress. The climate crisis is also putting at risk our homes and infrastructures by increasing the frequency of extreme events such as storms and hurricanes. The climate crisis makes new pandemics more likely because as temperatures increase, wild animals will be forced to change habitats. This could lead to them living near to human populations, increasing the chances of a virus jumping between species and causing the next pandemic. All of this means that it is imperative to act and to act now, and that the ocean is definitely our best ally against the climate crisis. Summarizing things that we know about the ocean, life probably originated there. The ocean hosts an immense variety of species. Organisms in the ocean produce the largest portion of oxygen on Earth and absorbs 30% of the CO2 emitted in the atmosphere. This is probably enough for us to say that we should thank the ocean for being able to live on this planet, and that we should do whatever we can to preserve it. But are we really doing it? Is that drop of water seeing during its journey only beautiful marine organisms? The answer we already know. It is not. That drop of water will also see a huge amount of plastics. Over 14 million tons of microplastics have accumulated on the world's ocean floor, and the amounts are increasing every year, causing harm to ecosystems, animals, and people. Micro and nanoparticles of plastics have been found everywhere now, including human blood and placentas of unborn babies. Marine birds have even developed a new disease called plasticosis. What else we will see while traveling with that drop of water in the ocean? This is a map of all the activities that happen in the ocean, causing harms to the environment, but also producing food, energy, and goods and services for us to not only survive, but also to thrive on this blue planet. The World Wildlife Fund recently estimated that the total asset base of the ocean is valued at $24 trillion, and that the annual gross marine product, equivalent to a country's annual gross domestic product, is at least $2.5 trillion. To make that real, imagine that we gave every person alive in the world today $350 every year. We'd still have a little left over from the wealth that we extract from the ocean annually. If the ocean was a country, it would have been the seventh largest economy in the world, larger than Brazil and Russia. People around the world are already putting in place initiatives, projects, programs to preserve the ocean health and to make sure that the next generations will be able to enjoy as much as we do the wealth of gifts the ocean is giving to us. People are helping creating new marine protected areas, are discovering new species through their research, are working hard to approve new laws and international agreements, are teaching and educating the younger generations to know more about the ocean and to become active agents of change. And we, the UN, 193 countries from all around the world, have decided to dedicate an entire decade to know better the ocean, to protect it better. Yes, we are in the UN Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, 10 years to move from the ocean we have, that is unsafe, polluted, unsustainable, and unknown, to the ocean we want, an ocean that is safe, sustainable, mapped, and an ocean that inspires and engages us all. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunities for scientists and stakeholders from diverse sectors to develop the scientific knowledge and the partnerships needed to accelerate and harness advances in ocean science to achieve a better understanding of the ocean and deliver the science-based solutions to achieve the 2030 agenda. And now here is my secret, a very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye, Little Prince said. So my invite to you today is to try to see with your heart next time you will go to the ocean, and try to think that what you would see traveling with that drop of water and act to protect it. Thank you very much.